Darcey, this is just ridiculous. Can you act like you've been somewhere before, please? I mean, in episode one, you were bragging to the audience about how you've been to Europe more than Georgie, someone that grew up in Bulgaria, a country in Europe. Fast forward, and it's your first night in Plovdiv, and you're pulling a stunt like this. I mean, there's other guests staying at this hotel. You know, this almost makes me think about that time when they filmed The Last Resort season one, and you got Big Ed naked in the jacuzzi, and there were a whole bunch of complaints from other guests that stayed at the resort at the time of filming. When she first landed in Bulgaria with those European lips, I was confused right away, because she has about 5 suitcases. Like, look at all these suitcases. Darce, are you planning on moving to Bulgaria?
Yeah, well, it's the all-time high for me, for sure, but, you know, I travel heavy.
So Georgie and Darcey drive about an hour and 40 minutes from the Sofia airport to their hotel in Plovdiv. Upon arrival, Georgie asked the concierge if the honeymoon suite is available. Unfortunately, the last couple that used it pull a Bella and Edward from Twilight, so because they broached so much shit in the room, it's currently being renovated.
So they have like a honeymoon suite, but right now they're fixing it because that was couple that was there.
When Georgie tells Darcey this news, she is absolutely shooketh and tries to crack a joke with the hotel employee, but he's preoccupied thinking to himself, what has this woman done to her face? Poor guy. He might have to make a pilgrimage to Alexander Nevsky Church and wash his eyes out with holy water. Darcey then says, we'll be careful. We'll be very demure. It's like she just learned that word, probably because of TikTok. I catch her saying it a lot this season. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about expanding your vocabulary, but you might want to Google some synonyms every now and then because it's coming across a little repetitive.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Baby, I love it.
Приятен престой. Благодаря ви много.
I'm feeling this bed for sure, baby.
Damn, Darcey's ready to get her cheeks clapped right away. She proceeds to pull Georgie onto the bed and say they need to be very, very quiet. Darcey doesn't want to make too much noise because she's afraid the guy downstairs is going to be listening at the door, which is such an outlandish accusation to make. The guy working the front desk has been very professional. I highly doubt he's going to eavesdrop and be a creep. Darcey then asks Georgie to leave the room so she can make some noise like they're having sex to see if the guy downstairs will be able to hear them banging. The cringe is over 9,000. If that's what she sounds like during intercourse, big yikes. Also, have some respect for this establishment and take your boots off, you low-class hick. She's really grinding my gears, Sock. She's got me wanting to talk to her like how Nikki reprimanded that goon from Casino. Darcey asks Georgie if he heard anything, and he responds, of course, you sounded like a screaming little dog. Not only was it unpleasant to the ear, but look at this. She has her dirty boots on the clean pillows they're gonna sleep on tonight. The twins' dad, Mike, obviously didn't give his girls the belt or any kind of discipline growing up. Otherwise, they wouldn't act like snot-nosed brats as adults. Even at age 6, I had enough self-awareness to take my shoes I wore outside off before getting in a clean bed. Georgie sees her shoes on the pillow and comes over to take them off. She says it doesn't matter, and he tells her to be quiet because it does matter, Darcey. You're coming across so disrespectful. You're an entitled, spoiled brat that has always had a safety net because you have a rich daddy that enables your behavior.
That was you, Georgie.
The trip just started, but in my opinion, it's already off to a rocky start. I can't blame Georgie for being stressed out. I wouldn't want to even be seen with Darcey. I would genuinely judge a guy that was having sex with a woman that looked and acted the way that she does. She then climbs on Georgie and he carries her into the bathroom. The next time we see Darcey and Georgie is dinner the next day.
Georgie and I arrived in Bulgaria yesterday, and we finally settled in, so tonight we're going on a romantic dinner in the beautiful town of Plovdiv.
Close enough. At least she tried to use her brain. I hope that Georgie shows her the ancient Roman theater in town. It's actually a popular venue location, so if they're lucky, they might be able to catch a concert during their stay.
It's good that they can have both languages on the menu.
Like beef tongue. Wow, I love beef tongue.
No beef tongue for me, but chicken or shrimp.
I can't stop staring at Darcey's lips. They're hella distracting. So their food arrives and it looks really good. Darcey then asks Georgie how he feels about introducing her to his family, and this is his response.
I'm excited.
Excited?
And everybody's excited to, to meet you.
I hope they like me.
Call me crazy, but I don't think any parents would be necessarily thrilled about their son bringing home someone like Darcey. And beyond the physical aspect of it, when you're the type of person that wants to be liked so bad, you come across really annoying and try hard.
But to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous, you know. Because of my parents, since I was little, I was a smart kid. Good at maths, was going to all the competition for maths. I was like the little smart kid.
From the way that Georgie's talking about his family's expectations of him, it seems like he already knows they aren't going to approve of his life decisions. Wait until his parents find out that both him and Darcey have their own OnlyFans and inject poison into their bodies.
You're a genius, Georgie.
Genius George, yeah.
Genius, Georgie.
The Genius George, you know that. And they have a very high expectation from me. And like, you know, I love you. I make my choice to marry you. But my parents, they don't know it that well. I try to help you, give you advice how to dress and everything. I don't know if their expectation matching my reality, my wife in general.
Darcey made a stank face, so you already know this is going to be a fight. The truth hurts, and I get that's not what Darcey wanted to hear. However, I'm happy that Georgie communicated his concerns because they are valid. Before they left for this trip, he had multiple conversations with her about dressing modestly. And now after what we saw in the hotel room, I'm sure he's freaking out, thinking to himself, this could be a shit show with her meeting my parents because at times she's socially unacceptable.
That's kind of, in a way, stressful.
You know, like, are you embarrassed of me? Like,
I never said that.
No, Darcey, bad. He didn't say that. Here's the thing, okay? It's almost like Georgie lives this double life because in Miami, he lets you wear whatever slutty shit you want. You can act cringe all you like. Georgie's expressing that his parents had expectations for him and whoever he brought home, and he doesn't believe that y'all are what they pictured, which is most likely true. Here's the thing, Darcey isn't very intelligent, and I'm assuming that's part of the reason why her dad has been sponsoring all her business ventures. Her getting on 90 Day Fiancé shows has been at least a 15-year process. You know, let's not forget that he was pitching that show with her and her sister, The Twin Life, back in year 2010. So he's been very involved for a reason. And I think that reason is because her mental is dog water. She has this unrealistic opinion of herself and portrayal of how her interactions go with other people. I think right now, she's showing a severe lack of emotional intelligence and a nurturing nature because Georgie right here was asking for her to say something like, hey, babe, I'm not going to embarrass you in front of your family. And I understand that you have concerns, but I think they're going to be proud of you. And I think that they'll be proud that you've made a career for yourself and we live a beautiful life in Miami. You know, like he's really nervous right now going into meeting his parents. And I think that this was his way of asking for reassurance and opening up, and it was a missed opportunity. And to add on to that, sorry if I'm going off on a little rant right now, but I think it's perfectly normal to have that feeling of, I don't think I've lived up to the expectations that I placed on myself, or perhaps my parents placed on me. I'm not where I necessarily want to be in life. I think a lot of people feel that. Where are the comprehension skills? You know what I mean? It's like she's not even listening to what Georgie's saying or trying to seek understanding the essence and processing what he's saying. She's just hyper-focusing on the most negative interpretation of what he's saying and getting offended because what he said makes her feel sad.
did you tell them you're happy in this marriage?
I never share nothing bad. If I never complain to my parents, they're assuming I'm happy.
What do you expect Georgie to do? Pick up the telephone, call his parents, and brag about how his wife is on her 24th surgery in Turkey because she was cut off in the United States? These people aren't exactly famous for talking about their feelings or emotions. Hey, mom and dad, I just called you out of the blue to let you know that I'm happy in my marriage. Please.
So this is what perplexed me a little bit, and I'm like a little, whoa, it's like a whoa moment for me. So you never told your family that you're happy in this marriage or with me?
She's a lot. You know, Darcey's insecurities are emotionally draining to deal with. She's like a spoiled plastic Pennywise. Do you think I'm pretty, Georgie? Are your parents gonna like me, Georgie?
Because I don't talk with my parents in general with my relationship. I never did. Like, I don't want to worry them with extra stuff. My arguments with you or your arguments with me is
They go
between
both
us.
ways.
No, exactly.
Sure.
But that's between us. I don't need
I
to
don't
call my
need to
parents
tell
and
my
stressing them
arguments.
out.
Okay.
Damn, they must fight a whole lot if that's immediately where Georgie's mind goes when discussing talking to his parents about their relationship. I'm not surprised though, because her sister and Florian are way too involved in their relationship and vice versa.
You know what? I get it. I get it.
I don't want you, you're
You
never
don't
gonna
really
bring me
care.
here.
You're not proud of me. Yeah. You're embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, the way you've been acting these first couple episodes, anyone would be embarrassed to say that's my wife. Also, what is there to be proud of exactly?
Okay.
When you act like that, I'm very embarrassed, actually.
Yeah.
When you act nonsense, like, very embarrassed, actually.
I'm not gonna embarrass your
What
family.
expect you
I'm
to
not
do?
gonna embarrass you in front of your family. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna
I
sit
don't
there and
care.
not say
You're
one
gonna embarrass
word.
yourself, not me.
Ew, Darcey's coming across really petty here. It just shows how out of touch with reality she is. A rational way to respond to Georgie opening up would have been to give him reassurance that you were going to try to make a great first impression with his family. This could actually prevent Georgie from opening up in the future if he feels like no matter what he says, you're going to take it the worst possible way. Do you like the new lips and jawline? I hope you're feeling snatched to the gods like I am. I just got back from Turkey. I wanted a more humble look before I showed up to Bulgaria. Today, we're making a very special meal that's been in my family for generations. The Cuban-style citrus garlic bowl. Delicious. Everyone that knows me knows I'm all about the natural aesthetic. So we're going to place this meal in the microwave, cook it on high for 5 minutes, and then let it sit for 2 minutes, stir softly, and then eat. Are you getting the tingles? Oh, I'm so silly. Don't let the food in the microwave being cooked distract you from the fact that you are a baddie and you gotta let your inner baddie shine. It's not your fault that your daddy's rich and everyone's jealous of you. Not everyone can be this snatched and travel. Time to try. Honestly, I think I'd rather have kava. It's not very good.
Got that kava. Oh yeah. I like sauces. You gotta dip, dip, dip. Oh yeah. Mmm. 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 Wow. Mmm.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Food review with Darcey. What do you rate it, Mom?
$9.7. Got a little.
Yeah, actually right there.
Oh yeah. Love you.
That rating's a little bit high, but kava does slap. I would give it an 8.3. We don't have one here in Las Vegas, but when I lived in New York, I used to rip that all the time. You know, watching Darcey eat food is interesting. I hope this is a reoccurring segment on her social media accounts because the lips, you know, I can't even replicate it. It's like when you feed fish.